The Sony Corporation of America is pleased to present
You know, if you're like me, you've really been wanting a camcorder to preserve those priceless, once-in-a-lifetime memories.
And by choosing a Sony HandyCam, you've made the right choice, and you're well on your way to capturing those irreplaceable moments to relive anytime you choose.
Every Sony HandyCam is packaged with an ideal combination of advanced features. So more than anything else, the key to successful home video movie making is understanding how to make the most of the features that your model offers.
And that's what this program is all about, helping you to get the maximum value from your HandyCam investment.
This handy guide to your HandyCam is designed to ensure that you understand how to operate your HandyCam's features.
We want to show you how those features will benefit you in a wide range of shooting situations.
And we'll introduce you to the many accessories in the HandyCam system to show you how to expand your vision to create images that up to now you only dreamed about.
This program is divided into 3 sections to assist you in better understanding your camcorder and to make it easier for you to review from time to time. Section 1, Getting Started. The basics of shooting and playback. Section 2, HandyCam features. Making the most of your camcorder's features. Section 3, the HandyCam system. New ways to expand your video vision.
This program has been designed to complement the printed manual that came with your camcorder. Each model in the HandyCam family has specific features, so while we'll provide you with an overview of the key features, we want to encourage you to read through the manual and keep it handy for the specifics about your HandyCam.
To get you started, our first section is a short course outlining the basic information on how to shoot and playback with your camcorder. The first step after you unpack the camcorder is to charge the rechargeable battery that powers the HandyCam. Start by inserting the battery into the charger unit. The battery only goes in one way. Align the big arrow on top of the battery with the small arrow on the charger. Set the battery onto the charger, leaving a little space. Push down lightly and slide the battery across until it clicks into position. Connect the charger to an AC outlet, and if your unit has an on-off switch, put it onto the charge position. If everything is properly connected, both the green power indicator light and the yellow charge light should glow. Once your battery is fully charged, the yellow charge light will automatically turn off. Attach the fully charged battery to your HandyCam. Line up the arrows as you did when you put the battery into the charger unit and repeat the same process until the battery clicks into place. It's a good idea to fully discharge the battery after you finish shooting by turning on the camera and leaving it until this battery is fully exhausted. Then when you recharge the battery, it will consistently hold its maximum charge. If you leave your HandyCam on in standby mode for more than 5 minutes, it will automatically shut off to conserve battery power. When this happens, slide the standby switch to lock and then back to standby to turn the camera power on again.
The HandyCam uses a lithium battery to store important information such as the time and date in its memory, much like an electronic watch. Insert the supplied battery as shown, with the plus symbol on the battery facing the plus symbol on the battery holder. Turn on the camera power by pressing down the green tab and slide the switch to the camera position. Slide the standby switch up. This activates the viewfinder, allowing you to set your HandyCam's clock. Set the time and date by pressing and holding both the time and date buttons together for more than 3 seconds until the date indicator blinks in the display window. Then, press the Date Plus button until you get the correct year. Press the Time Next button to move to the month setting, and then press the Date Plus button to get the correct month. Repeat the same process to set the day, then the hour, minutes, and finally, set the seconds to 00.
Now, let's put a tape in. Press the eject button to open the tape compartment. On some models, you'll need to pop the lid to access the eject button. Insert the 8mm tape with the window facing out and the hinged cover facing forward. Press lightly on the push mark and the cassette will automatically load, and if required, close the lid. Slide your hand into the hand grip and adjust it to fit comfortably. Take the lens cap off and hook it to the hand grip to keep it from accidentally blocking the lens. To adjust the viewfinder, make sure the camera power is on. On some models, you extend the viewfinder tube to its full length. Because everyone's vision is slightly different, you'll need to adjust the eyepiece to get the sharpest image in the viewfinder by turning the diopter ring. You'll notice when you look into the viewfinder that the camera is in standby mode. Now, all you need to do to start shooting is to press the red record start-stop switch once to start. The red light indicates that you are recording, and press it once again to stop recording.
Now that you know how to begin recording with your HandyCam, you'll also want to know how to play back your video. Slide the power switch to VTR, rewind the tape, and then press play. Your pictures will appear in the black and white viewfinder. This is great for checking the video that you just recorded and ensuring that everything is working before recording an important event. When you want to see your images on your TV screen, first set the input-output switch to output. Although you can use battery power, we suggest that you use AC power. Plug the charger unit into an AC socket and make sure the green light is on. Now attach the power adapter to the HandyCam as you would a battery. Then you simply plug the RF unit, or audio and video cables, into your HandyCam. Or if your AC charger unit has easy snap-on connectors, attach the cables to the AC charger unit. Easy connectors allow you to keep your AC charger unit conveniently attached to your TV so that all of your necessary connections for your HandyCam's power, audio, and video are all in one convenient, easily accessible location that attaches to your camcorder in one easy step. If your TV has audio and video connectors, you may want to use them because they give you a better quality signal than the RF connectors. If your TV only has an RF input, such as from the antenna or cable TV, connect the RF adapter between the antenna connection and the TV.
Well, that's it. Just a few simple connections, and you're ready to launch into home video movie making. Now, in our next section, we're going to build on these basics that we've just covered by looking at the features that your HandyCam provides to enhance your shooting opportunities.
In our features section, we'll concentrate on shooting, playback, and editing. Let's look at how your HandyCam automates the shooting process to let you concentrate on what's most important, having fun.
Auto lock is one of those fantastic features that frees you to point and shoot without concerning yourself with focus or lighting conditions. Simply slide the auto lock switch or cover to the green auto position and you're ready to capture spontaneous action. If you want to maintain creative control manually, turn off the auto lock and choose the function you want to control.
The zoom lens on the HandyCam offers a range from telephoto to wide angle, plus a macro setting for those incredible close-ups.
The HandyCam autofocus keeps your subject sharply focused as long as it's located within the autofocus rectangular frame.
Sometimes, to maintain creative control, you'll want to manually focus. Similarly, if you're shooting through something like a wire fence or frosted glass, the autofocus may be confused. In these situations, you manually focus by simply taking off the auto lock and pressing the focus button. This allows you to turn the focus ring to focus on a particular subject.
Some models allow you to quickly use the autofocus even while you're manually focusing by pressing the push auto button. When you press and hold this button, the camcorder temporarily autofocuses until you release the button.
Most models allow you to zoom manually. Just move the manual zoom lever back and forth. You can use the manual zoom control to create some dramatic shots. Your best bet is to zoom in or out to choose the view you want before you start recording. And as you've no doubt noticed, overusing the zoom lens, zooming in, zooming back out again, can leave your audience feeling seasick. When you use the zoom, try to make slow, deliberate moves, rather than just for the zoom effect.
Your HandyCam was designed to be compact so that you could take it with you wherever you go and easily put it into positions that will give you some very interesting shots. Look at this shot. Now look at it again when we set the camera down low. Your viewfinder swivels to make it easy to get down low without having to put your face into the ground. Some models even feature a second button to start and stop recording when shooting from a low angle. Imagine what this can do in combination with the macro capability of your HandyCam. Macro lets you fill the frame with very small objects such as a shell, or a photograph, or a flower.
Some models are capable of autofocusing in macro mode, and others focus manually. If your model autofocuses in macro, press the Macro AF button and look through the viewfinder to make sure the object comes into sharp focus. If your model has a manual focus macro, press the green button on the zoom lever to get into the macro setting. Then adjust the zoom lever to bring the object into sharp focus. Remember that when you get in very close, the focus is critical. Also, remember to make sure that you hold your camcorder very steady, as even small moves are amplified up close.
The engineers that designed your HandyCam made sure that it could record great pictures in a wide range of lighting conditions. Not only can your Sony handle brightness that ranges from extremely bright sunlight to very low light, it can also adjust electronically to give you true colors under different colored light sources. This is called white balance. By making sure that the white colors appear white, all other colors appear naturally balanced to your eye. For instance, if you are shooting indoors with incandescent or fluorescent lights, and then you move outside, the color balance, which is called color temperature, changes. Your HandyCam can automatically adjust to most common lighting conditions if you have it set in the auto lock mode.
But there are situations when you'll get better results by manually setting the white balance. For instance, the preset mode locks the white balance at a fixed setting for either outdoor or indoor shooting. So you should use the outdoor setting when you're shooting scenes before or after sunrise or sunset, and when shooting fireworks or neon signs at night. Use the indoor setting when the lighting is changing quickly, or under mercury or sodium lights, such as in a stadium or under street lights. In the hold mode, your HandyCam allows you to adjust the white balance to virtually any lighting you might encounter, such as when you have several sources of lighting present. Just take off the auto lock, fill the frame with a white object, such as a flat piece of paper, and press the white balance button. When you use this feature, you'll see the hold icon in the viewfinder that indicates the white balance will be locked at this setting until you change it. Remember that if you change batteries, you'll need to reset the white balance hold.
A good rule of thumb is to keep the sun behind you when you're shooting to avoid backlit situations. Of course, this isn't always practical or possible, so Sony has a backlight switch on every HandyCam. When the background is brighter than your subject can appear silhouetted against the background. When you see this happening in the viewfinder, simply take the camera out of auto lock and press the backlight switch. You can see the effect in the viewfinder. Your subject now appears properly exposed. There's a number of advanced features that are built into your HandyCam that you can use to create some very professional results. Of course, these features are much more than just bells and whistles. They offer you a new way of seeing some very practical, creative possibilities for your home video. Most video cameras record a new picture every 60th of a second. This is great for most shooting situations, but when you play back your video in slow motion or freeze a frame, you notice that fast motion appears blurred in the picture. So a shutter speed of 1/60th of a second has its limitations if you want to freeze action.
But what if you want to stop sports action, like a slow motion analysis of your golf or tennis swing? All you have to do is use a higher shutter speed to freeze the action. Simply switch out of the auto lock and press the shutter speed button until you see the desired speed displayed in the viewfinder. There are a few things that you should remember about using the shutter speed control. The first is that the higher the shutter speed you use, the more light you'll require. So in general, you'll need a bright sunny day to use 1/2000th and 1/4000th shutter speeds. These speeds really freeze motion and are excellent for high action such as skiing, golf, and tennis. If it's overcast or in more general shooting situations, use a shutter speed from 1/250th to 1/1000th of a second, depending on how much light is available. Using a lower speed, such as 1/100th of a second, will sharpen pictures when you're shooting in well-lit interiors. You'll be amazed when you play your video in slow motion at the beauty of a fleeting moment, frozen in time.
If your HandyCam has program automatic exposure, you can choose either the portrait or the sports mode. In the portrait mode, the HandyCam keeps your subject in sharp focus, but the background appears softer. This feature has the effect of drawing attention to your subject rather than toward a busy, distracting background. In the program AE Sports mode, the HandyCam chooses the highest possible shutter speed it can under the available lighting conditions. This feature freezes the action, providing sharp, clear freeze frames. Because both portrait and sports modes require relatively bright lighting conditions, you'll find that the program AE works best in bright, out-of-doors locations.
Another advanced HandyCam feature is the fader control. When you want your audience to know that time has passed or that you've moved to another location, fade out and then fade back into the picture. To make the sound and picture fade in, set your HandyCam in the standby mode and press the fader control. When you press the start switch, the picture and sound fade in for a very professional effect. To fade out, press the fader button while you're recording, and when you press the stop switch, the picture and the sound just fade away.
Speaking of sound, your HandyCam is capable of recording incredible hi-fi quality sound. Remember that although the camera's microphone picks up most of the sound in the direction you're shooting, it also picks up noises you make when you're operating the camera.
I got an idea. Why don't we go snorkeling tomorrow?
So, if you want to hear your own voice, the camera will pick up your comments.
And here comes the Honolulu Police Marching Band.
When you're shooting in windy conditions, the sound of the wind can create unwanted wind noise that will drown out the other sounds you want to record. To minimize the effect of wind noise, you can use the wind switch, located near the mic, to filter out some of the low sounds. Remember to flip it back into the normal position if there's not a significant amount of wind where you're shooting.
There are some really useful features built into your HandyCam that will let you review what you've shot and even edit in new shots. It's often a good idea to quickly review the last shot you made, to plan the next shot to make sure that it will fit well into the sequence you're shooting. With the Rec Review function, it's a snap. With your HandyCam powered up in the camera mode and in standby, simply touch the Edit Search minus button with the bent arrow icon. Your camcorder automatically replays the last few seconds that you just shot through the viewfinder. The camera then goes back into standby mode, allowing you to choose where you want the next shot to begin. Sometimes you'll want to re-record a part of a tape that you have recorded previously. For instance, if you accidentally left your camcorder running, which we all do at one time or another. With the camera on in standby mode, keep pressing the Edit Search minus button to rewind the picture to the point you want to begin recording, and then release the Edit Search button. Press the Start button and the new recording will be smoothly connected to the existing footage at the point where you released the Edit Search button.
But what if you wanted to replace some footage in the middle of the material you want to keep? Let's say that you want to edit a shot into the program that you'd been shooting by inserting a new shot, such as a sign or a map, telling your audience more about the location. With the camera power on and in standby mode, look through the viewfinder and press the Edit Search button, as we described earlier, to advance or rewind the tape to the position where you want the new shot that you will be inserting to end. At that point, release the Edit Search button, and your HandyCam will go into the standby mode. Press the counter reset, and the counter will be set at 0. Now, press the Edit Search minus button until you reach the point where you want to start inserting the new shot. By releasing the Edit Search button, the camera goes into standby. Next, press the 0 mem button to memorize the beginning point. Now press the Start button to start recording the shot you want to insert. Your HandyCam automatically stops the recording at the end point you selected. This feature offers you an excellent opportunity to create some outstanding videos by inserting reactions and all kinds of little extras that your audience will love. All those functions are possible because of a Sony original called the Flying Erase Head that allows your HandyCam to create seamless, glitch-free edits time after time.
There's another group of Sony HandyCam features that offer you some great opportunities to give your home video movies a very personal touch. The superimpose features allow you to add graphics and titles to your video pictures. Some models offer a digital superimposer that allows you to shoot a graphic or lettering and superimpose this image over your video. You start by creating the image that you want to superimpose. For the best results, draw the image on white paper with thick, dark letters. You can also make use of existing graphics on signs or brochures. Next, with the camera power on in standby mode, focus on the image and make sure that it is sharply focused. If your model can store more than one image, which we'll call a page, press either Title 1 or 2 to choose which page you want stored. After you've done this, or if your camcorder stores one page, press the Memory button to store the image. Your HandyCam offers you a choice of 8 colors to display your image, which you can change at any time. Just press Color Mode repeatedly until you choose a color. You can save your image in the HandyCam's memory and turn off the superimpose function by pressing the Superimpose button. Or if you have a multi-page store, press Title 1 or 2.
Now to superimpose the title on a picture when you are recording, depending on your model, press either Superimpose or Title 1 or 2. The title is displayed in the viewfinder and recorded on tape. When you want the title to disappear, press either the Title or Superimpose button again to turn off the title. By pressing the color button while you're recording, you can cycle through the colors that are recorded. Some models even allow you to scroll the titles from top to bottom, from bottom to top, reverse the titles against the background, and scroll the reversed page. To choose the way you want your title displayed, press the Color Mode until the icon indicating a particular display mode comes into the frame. The arrows indicate the direction of scrolling, and the reverse titles are indicated by the blocked T. After choosing a display mode, repeat the same procedure we just described for superimposing the title. A number of HandyCam models allow you to superimpose the date or time on your pictures. To activate this, press either the Date or the Time button while you're recording. The display you see in the viewfinder will be recorded onto the tape. To turn it off, press the same Time or Date button a second time.
Your priceless video memories can last a lifetime. One sure way to help keep your memories alive and accurate is to record the kids' ages on the picture. Certain models allow you to store the ages of up to 3 children in the HandyCam's memory. When you store these ages, your HandyCam automatically updates the child's age, so it's always there when you need it. Make sure the time and date are correctly set, and with the camera power on and in standby mode, then press and hold the time and age buttons at the same time for at least 3 seconds. By pressing the Date button, you have up to 3 birthdays that you can set into the memory. Now press the Time button and set the year, month, and date. Press the Date Plus button to advance the number, and then the Time Next button to advance to the next category. By pressing the Age button before you start recording, you can choose the appropriate child's age. When you start recording, the child's age will be recorded onto the picture as a reference for future viewing. By pressing the Age button again while you're recording, the age disappears from the viewfinder and is no longer recorded on the picture.
When it comes to playback, your HandyCam's VTR, which stands for Video Tape Recorder, offers some exceptional features that make it easier to play back your home video. Most of the functions on your home VCR have been incorporated into your HandyCam. Some models even feature a remote control in which, in addition to controlling the playback functions, can start and stop your camera, and even control the zoom lens from a distance. In addition to the standard play, fast forward, and rewind, you can pause the picture to freeze a particular frame. Pressing the pause button once while the tape is playing stops the tape and displays the frame. Pressing the pause button or the play button starts the tape playing again. By pressing the fast forward or rewind button while you're playing back the tape, your camcorder provides a high-speed picture search to help you find the footage that you're looking for.
If you've been frustrated when you try to locate a certain spot on the tape because you can't see the picture when you fast forward or rewind, Skip Scan is the feature for you. Just press the fast forward or rewind button a second time when you're already fast forwarding or rewinding, and you can see the picture again. So when you're trying to find something important, you can get to it much faster. With some models, you can view your video in slow motion at 1/5 speed by pressing the slow button. You can resume normal playback by pressing play again. To advance or rewind your tape frame by frame, press the frame button and you'll advance the tape one frame at a time. When you hold down the frame button, you'll see playback at 1/30th of normal speed. Some models allow you to watch your video at twice the normal play speed in rewind or in forward direction with sound by using the remote commander and pressing the frame button and then the ×2 button. This is especially useful when you want to quickly review footage, such as a meeting, when you need to hear the recorded sound as a reference.
Your HandyCam has a headphone jack that allows you to monitor the sound while you're recording or during playback. When you look at an 8mm tape, it has the recording time clearly marked on the tape shell. If you want to ensure that an important tape does not get accidentally erased, slide the tab toward the center of the tape. With the tab in this position, your HandyCam cannot record onto the tape. Remember to use Sony tape for best results and to keep your tapes well protected. They're the keys to your priceless memories. In addition to playing your tapes, your HandyCam is also an editing video recorder. When you're playing back tapes on your HandyCam to be recorded by another VCR, move the edit switch in the direction of the arrow. In normal operation, keep this switch in the position opposite to the arrow. The edit switch optimizes the HandyCam signal output for recording to another VCR. If you're recording from another VCR or TV onto your HandyCam, set the in-out selector to in. Connect audio-video cables from the output of the TV or VCR. With the tape inserted and VTR power on, slide the record switch to begin recording. You can see the footage that you're recording in the camcorder's viewfinder. Press stop to end the recording.
The real time counter will be very valuable in timing your edit functions, especially when you want to insert a shot from another source. Inserting is much the same as in-camera editing. Locate the spot where you want the insert to end and press the counter reset. At the place where you want to start inserting, press pause, then slide the record switch and press the 0 mem. Place the playback machine in pause at the start of the material that you want to insert onto the HandyCam tape. When you're ready, press pause on both the playback machine and your HandyCam at the same time, and you'll automatically insert the new video into the spot you selected. The Data on Screen function allows you to confirm your operations on a TV screen that you're using for playback. This very convenient feature shows the same indications that appear in your viewfinder on the TV you're using. Simply press the data screen button once to see the viewfinder data and once again to remove it. You'll find this operation very useful for editing and playback.
Every HandyCam has a small jack called a Control L, which enables you to attach the camcorder to an edit controller, which will control the play and record functions of both the HandyCam and a VCR. Using an edit controller greatly simplifies the process of editing by allowing you to choose the points where you want an edit to begin and end and performing the edit automatically. All major edit functions are controlled through this one unit. Well, as you can see, HandyCam features have been designed with you in mind. Sony's goal is to provide you with practical, advanced features that make the process of shooting great home video creative, fun, and as simple as possible. Remember that even though your model may not have all the features that we've just listed, the most important thing is learning to get maximum value from your HandyCam's features.
Now you should have a good basic knowledge of how you can make practical use of the features on your camcorder. In our next section, we'll have a look at the many accessories in the HandyCam system that you can use to advance your creative possibilities.
There's a whole new spectrum of options available to you through the HandyCam system. With these high-quality Sony accessories, you can build your own system to fit your needs. And there are many different hard and soft-sided cases that are designed specifically to transport your HandyCam. They provide additional storage, security, and comfort when you're traveling.
There are many options for powering your HandyCam. These range from high-capacity batteries to provide a longer charge life to an AA alkaline battery adapter to make sure that you always have power in an emergency. You can get a variety of chargers and adapters to power your HandyCam and charge its batteries even from a car cigarette lighter.
If your HandyCam didn't come with a remote control, you can get an accessory controller that remotely controls recording and zooming functions on your camcorder.
Video lights that are battery or AC powered are great for bringing out the vibrant colors that sometimes fade away indoors and under low light conditions.
One of the best accessories that you can invest in doesn't cost much and isn't all that glamorous. It's a head cleaning tape. It looks like a tape and simply keeps the play and record heads clean so that the signals your HandyCam records don't lose any quality.
When you wish that you could stretch your HandyCam zoom lens just that little bit wider or more telephoto, well, now you can. Accessory lenses that fit on the front of your zoom lens can transform your view from a fisheye perspective to super telephoto with many options in between. As well, there are a number of lens attachments that allow you to get closer to your subject and filters that give you some very special effects.
There's no reason why you shouldn't take your HandyCam with you wherever you go. If you have one of the sports or underwater housings available for your model, you can protect it from the environment.
When you're shooting and you want to keep your video rock solid, there are a number of supports from tripods to monopods to shoulder braces that will help to stabilize your camera.
As we mentioned earlier, there are edit controllers that can perform different options ranging from simple edits to advanced features including title generation and memorizing a list of edits.
If you want to create special effects that will amaze your friends, Sony has a complete group of special effects generators. You can choose from options including digital effects, white patterns, color correction, and audio mixing capabilities.
One of the most interesting accessories is the color video printer. Now, when you stop on a freeze frame that you love, you can print it on photographic paper. Whether it's a Christmas card picture of the kids or a memory that you want to keep in the photo album, you can be sure to capture the perfect moment.
You can double your home video fun when you start to edit your programs. Sony makes a complete line of Video 8 and VHS editing VCRs with flying erase heads that complement your HandyCam in editing applications.
And of course, there's the Video Walkman, one of Sony's marvels of miniaturization. This TV VCR combination has a color screen to play back your home video anywhere you choose. The Video Walkman also makes an ideal editing companion for your HandyCam, especially while you travel.
As you can see, there's really no limit to the options that you can tap into with your HandyCam.
As we say, the only limit is your imagination. I hope we've answered any questions you may have had.
We especially want to thank you for choosing a Sony HandyCam, your best choice for a lifetime of priceless memories.
Have fun.